Know when to walk away. And I'm referring to romantic relationships in this video, right? Sometimes our pain is coming from the fact that we're still holding on. Sometimes it hurts more when you've held on for so long. Just rip the band-aid off. Know when to rip the band-aid off. Know when to say, you know what? I'm no longer valued here. I'm no longer respected here. And it's time for me to go. It's okay. It's okay to walk away from relationships. We have been taught, and I say we as in us African women, right? We have been taught to stay in situations, to stay in relationships, to just be strong. It's okay, you know, and sometimes it's not okay. It's not okay. It really is not okay. The way that someone treats you, if you feel like the way that you're being treated in a relationship is not the best, is not what you deserve, you have the right to speak up and say, listen, this is not the best, and I deserve the best. The only way you could ask for more is when you actually figure out that you deserve more. Sometimes it might be the fact that you were okay with the mediocre, like you were okay with the crumbs, and then you got to a part of your journey where it was like, hold on a minute, I now know what I deserve, and what I have been given all this time has not been enough, has not been the best, and I have been selling myself short. It's so important for you to really sit down and evaluate, how are you being treated in this relationship? How are you being spoken to in this relationship? How are you being handled in this relationship? And it really is your responsibility to teach somebody else how to handle you. Hence why you've got packages that come with handle with care labels on it. You need to package yourself in a way that people will know that this person deserves to be handled and dealt with care. The reason why you're still being treated in the way that you are being treated, in the way that you don't like, is because you're remaining in that place. You know you're not being treated in the best way. The person issuing the treatment probably knows that you're not getting the best. But it's the fact that you're probably not voicing it. It's the fact that you're probably not saying anything. It's the fact that you're probably just relaxed and they're relaxed. So know when it's time for you to walk away. Know when it's time for you to just know when it's time for you to pack your bags and say, hey, let me go now, because this ain't for me. This ain't working for me anymore. It's totally okay for you to ask for more. And sometimes you may have been asking and asking and asking. You may have just been asking the wrong person. You're not asking for too much. You're not asking for too much. You're just asking the wrong person. You are not asking for too much. You are simply asking the wrong person. And sometimes it's about going within yourself and saying, actually, am I giving myself the best? You might not even be giving yourself the best, yet you're requiring that somebody else gives you the best. You've not given yourself the best. You're not respecting yourself enough, yet you want somebody else to respect you. You're giving yourself the bare minimum. You're not sticking to what you said you were going to do, yet you want somebody else to stick to the promises that they've made you. Why should they? Why should they? So, before you actually start saying, right, it's time to go, it's time for me to pack, it's time for me to sit down and evaluate and really think about it and say, right, where am I now on my journey? I'm referring to your self-healing journey, and I'm referring to your personal development journey. Where are you right now within your journey? How do you think now? How do you conduct yourself? You're not the person you used to be anymore. So an evaluation is always key. Sit down and evaluate. Where are you right now? Where are you right now? How do you think? What are the places that you're going into? What rooms are you stepping into now? Are you still going to the same places you used to go to? Are you still doing the same things that you used to do? Sometimes it's not the fact that you need to leave this relationship now. Sometimes it's just the fact that you need to sit down and evaluate, where are you right now? Who are you right now? And what do you need at this point, at this time of your life? And then once you've done that, then you can go and have a conversation with your partner, your person, whoever. Then you sit down with that person and you say, listen, this is where I'm at right now. This is what I need. This is what I deserve. If this person is willing to, if this person wants to be with you, they will hear you. But they won't just hear you. They will also move accordingly. But you cannot ask for something that you have not yet given to yourself. Because how we treat ourselves is how other people treat us. We teach others how to treat us. We're the ones teaching others how to treat us. So before leaving that relationship, this is not that page. Yeah, leave that man. Yeah, he's trash. We're not, this ain't that. This ain't that. This is a place of accountability. Yeah. And before I even come here and preach about accountability, I sit down and I evaluate myself, my life. And it's about me walking the walk and not just talking. Yeah. So when I come here and I'm talking about sit down and reevaluating yourself, I know ball. Trust me, I know ball. Like, I'm talking, I left a long-term relationship. Yeah? Because I felt like, you know what? This isn't the place for me anymore. This isn't the place for me anymore. Because I sat down, I reevaluated, and I said, I can't keep going back to this. I can't keep doing the push and pull. I can't keep doing this anymore. And I did that for many, many years. I'm not going to say how long I did that for, but I did that for many, many years with the same person. It got to a point where I had to put a full stop to it. And I said, I just can't do this anymore. And this is not to speak on my ex. It's more about myself and my journey and where I was at the time. Sometimes on your healing journey, you might get to a point where you just need to be by yourself now. You need to be by yourself. Because are you in a relationship due to fear of abandonment, or are you in a relationship because you're truly ready for it? I had to sit down and reevaluate myself. So sometimes you leaving your relationship is not, it cannot be out of emotion. This is not a place where we're not dealing with emotions right now. You have to sit down and make a conscious decision and say to yourself, am I leaving because the girls are gassing me up to do it? Am I leaving because I've just had enough and whatever? Like, sometimes you need to sit down and be honest with yourself and say, actually, why am I walking away from this relationship? Ask yourself why are you walking away from the relationship? You need to be able to give yourself the answer, because trust me, the conversations I had after the relationship was over, the conversations I had, it's like you're gonna have to, not that you owe anybody anything, but you've got family, you've got friends that will ask you questions. And if it doesn't make sense to yourself, How is it going to make sense to others? Not that it's anyone's business anyway, but for the longest time, I was trying to make sense of things for myself. And it was like, actually, why am I leaving this relationship? Why did I leave this relationship? And I questioned myself, and it was a battle. Like it was an inside battle, like it was an internal battle, where I was literally thinking, gosh, like, people are gonna laugh at me. People are gonna laugh at the fact that I've been in a relationship for so long, and there wasn't marriage out of it, and all of this was going through my mind. But I got to a point where I said, nah, it's got to be more than this. It's got to be more than the ring. It's got to be more than other people seeing me walking down the altar. If I don't want it, then it don't make sense. If I don't want it and I'm not ready for it, and I don't feel like I'm getting or receiving what I need and what I deserve, for what? For what? Just for people to say, oh, she's married. Just for me to be like, yeah, I got the ring. For what? It's not easy. Walking away from a long-term relationship is not easy. So before you do it, sit down, look at yourself. Where are you right now? And pray. I don't know, I don't know if you're a praying woman or not. Over here, I'm a praying woman. So for me, it was very much sitting down, having conversations with God, and just being like, God, where am I right now? What season am I in right now? Because sometimes it might just be a case of like you needing to separate with your person so that you can work on yourself, and then you guys will come back together. But then there's other times where it's really it. That's it. It's done. It's done. And that's okay. Yeah. There was a lot of shame that came with the breakup. And the shame was more on my part, where it was like, gosh, like, people are probably laughing at me, because we idolize, a woman must be married ASAP. A woman must be married ASAP. Like, if you're not married, there's no respect to you, and all of that. So I carried a lot of that, and there were conversations with, like, elder women, and it was like, why didn't you just stay? Why didn't you just stay? And for me, it's like, auntie, just because you stayed with this time and you're not happy doesn't mean I'm gonna stay. Hey, no shade to the aunties. No shade to the aunties. But you've got older women who will come and advise you based on their own experiences and their own projections. And I have so much respect for the elder women around me. I have so much respect to any older woman that I speak to or seek advice to. However, this was a decision that I needed to make for myself. So girlies, make this decision by yourself. Yeah? Make this decision by yourself. Sit down, pray about it. Is it time to leave? Is it time for you to leave this relationship? Because you can't keep doing this. You can't keep staying in something that's not fruitful. A relationship has to grow. A relationship has to have seasons. And if it continues to remain in the same season for so long, it's time for you to move on. So know when to get up and leave. Know when it's time to walk away. Know when it's time to say, you know what? It's time. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard because I've been there. On this channel, I'm not going to talk about anything I've not been through or I've not had first-hand experience. Because I want to be able to come to you and say, I've been there. I know that road. Of course, my journey and your journey may be completely different. For you, it might be the case that you've broken up with the individual and then maybe later on life, God brings you back together. Or it might just be the case where, like me, you know, I left the relationship to work on myself. I thought I deserved better and I left and we didn't get back together, and that's totally fine. So if you have been in a relationship for a very long time, many years, and the relationship ain't going nowhere, and the person is not saying anything, reevaluate. Do you want to waste your time? Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time on a man that doesn't know where he's going with you. Don't waste your time. Okay? Really evaluate. Is it time to move on? Yeah? This isn't a leave him type of video. No. This is a sit down, think about it. Think about where you currently are. What do you need? It's not going to be easy. I'm not going to sit here and say to you, leaving a long-term relationship is going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. However, the longer you hold on, the more you keep holding on, you keep waiting, hoping the person will change, hoping the person will be finally ready to take the next steps. That person might just not. Nothing might change. So deal with this information what you see fits for you. I'm your personal development coach, C-Positivista. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.